After years of rumors, dead ends, and false starts, the iPhone Fold might actually become reality in 2024. And we just got our hands on some massive leaks that reveal exactly how Apple plans to take on Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 7. Today we're diving deep into the latest iPhone Fold leak that's got everyone talking. This isn't just another rumor mill report. We're getting concrete details about specs, design, and features. More importantly, we're seeing how Apple plans to differentiate their foldable from Samsung's current king of the foldable world. The leak comes from Instant Digital, and it paints a picture of a phone that's both familiar and surprisingly different. We're talking about a device that could change everything we know about Apple's approach to smartphone design. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's explore 7 game-changing ways the iPhone Fold could differ from Z Fold 7. Trust me, some of these differences are going to blow your mind. Let's start with the most practical difference that every single user will notice: battery life. The Z Fold 7 comes with a 4,400 mAh battery, which honestly feels a bit small for such a power-hungry device. But here's where Apple is planning to make a statement. According to this leak, the iPhone Fold will pack the largest battery ever put into an iPhone. We're talking about potentially 5,500 milliamps of power, which absolutely destroys the 5,088 milliamps found in the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now, before you think this is just about bigger numbers, let me explain why this matters. Apple's iOS is incredibly efficient when it comes to power management. iPhones consistently outlast Android phones with much smaller batteries because of how well the software works with the hardware. So imagine that legendary Apple efficiency paired with a massive 5,500 milliamps battery. We could be looking at the longest-lasting foldable phone ever created. This could easily give you 2 full days of heavy usage without breaking a sweat. Moving on to cameras, and this is where things get really interesting. The Z Fold 7 rocks 3 cameras on the back: wide, ultra-wide, and a 3x zoom telephoto lens. It's a solid setup that gives you plenty of creative options for photography. But Apple is taking a completely different approach with just 2 cameras. Based on Apple's history with dual camera systems, we're probably looking at a wide and ultra-wide setup. No telephoto lens, no optical zoom capabilities. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't this a step backwards? Well, not necessarily. Apple has always been about quality over quantity when it comes to cameras. Their computational photography is so advanced that they might not need that third lens. Plus, fewer cameras means more space inside the phone for other components, like that massive battery we just talked about. But here's where Apple adds their secret sauce: camera control. This isn't just any button, though Apple insists we shouldn't call it a button at all. The camera control will be positioned on the right edge of the iPhone Fold. With this single control, you can open the camera app, snap photos, start recording videos, zoom in and out, and adjust settings like exposure and tone. It's like having a dedicated camera interface right at your fingertips. Samsung's phones don't have anything quite like this, and it could make the iPhone Fold incredibly appealing to photography enthusiasts. Even with fewer lenses, the user experience might actually be better. Now let's talk about button placement, because Apple is doing something pretty unusual here. Most phones, including Z Fold 7, keep all their buttons on the sides. It's simple, it's familiar, and it works. But the iPhone Fold is breaking this rule by moving the volume buttons to the top edge. The power button and camera control will stay on the right side, but those volume rockers are heading north. This might sound like a weird design choice, but there's actually brilliant engineering behind it. Apple's motherboard is reportedly located on the right side of the device. By keeping the volume buttons on top, they don't need to run cables all the way across to the left side. This saves internal space, which they're using for that larger battery we discussed earlier. It's a perfect example of form-following function, even if it means we'll need to adjust our muscle memory. Color options are where things get a bit disappointing, depending on how you look at it. Samsung offers the Galaxy Z Fold 7 in 4 colors: blue shadow, silver shadow, jet black, and mint. It's not a huge selection, but at least you have some choices to express your personal style. Apple, on the other hand, is reportedly planning just 2 color options for the iPhone Fold. White has been confirmed, while the second color is still being decided. This is very much in line with Apple's recent approach of offering fewer colors for their premium devices. Some people love the simplicity and elegance of fewer choices. Others want more options to make their expensive purchase feel more personal. Where you fall on this spectrum will determine how you feel about Apple's minimalist color approach. The front of the iPhone Fold is getting Apple's signature dynamic island treatment. This is the pill-shaped cutout that houses the front-facing camera and creates an interactive notification area. Samsung's phones don't have anything like this. They stick with traditional punch-hole cameras. But here's the twist. Apple's dynamic island on the iPhone Fold will apparently be smaller than on regular iPhones. This is because the foldable will likely use Touch ID instead of Face ID. Without all those Face ID sensors packed into the front, the dynamic island can shrink down. This can actually be a good thing, giving you more usable screen real estate while still maintaining that distinctive iPhone look. So, if you found this video helpful, smash that like button to help more people discover these iPhone Fold details. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest tech info. We will be following every iPhone Fold development as we get closer to what could be the most important phone launch in years. Until next time, keep exploring and see you in my next video. Goodbye.